Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today we're settling comfortably into the week, waiting for hump day as the Viper, playing as the Byzantines in green, prepares to take on Vivi, playing as the Cumans in red. Now while the players herd their herdables, explore their immediate surroundings, and try to go up to Feudal as fast as possible, let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now the Byzantines are a civilization designed, built to take a punch to the face. Their structures progressively get more HP, all the way up to 40% in Imperial. And when I say structures, I mean all of their structures, not like the Persians, for example, who get double the dock and town center HP. The Byzantines get them on all structures. Their bombard towers can be upgraded to do splash damage, and they get town watch and town patrol for free, which means they automatically see enemies coming from a mile away. Now, once attacked, their monks do heal units twice as fast. They can slow down their enemy advance by spamming trash units for days, because their spearman line, skirmisher line, and camel line units are all 25% cheaper. And lastly, their unique unit, the Cataphract, is a heavy cavalry unit with a massive attack bonus against infantry that can take a beating with a good amount of HP and very strong base armor. Now, when the Byzantines finally do decide to go up to Imperial Age, they only pay 2/3 of the cost of doing this, which does allow them to invest those resources that they saved into upgrading those very cataphracts I just mentioned, by giving them trample damage and an even bigger attack boost against infantry. Now, the Cumans, we've seen them recently, the Feudal Age killers. This is an incredibly fast-paced civilization with a few very cool Feudal Age features in the game. To start with, all mounted units get progressively faster as the game goes on, all the way up to 15% faster in Imperial, and some of these mounted units can be upgraded to train in half the time. I'm talking about Scout Cav, Step Lancers, and Cav Archers. Now, if you want to put fast early game pressure on your opponent, you can actually build a siege workshop in Feudal, although remember, you are limited to building only rams. Now, if you prefer, for example, to go and attack your opponent with ranged units, with speedy cavalry units, Cuman stables and archery rangers are also on discount, 100 wood only, so you can build more of them earlier on. Now, if instead in Feudal you want to boom your economy, the Cumans, oh my goodness, the Cumans are the only civ in the game that can build a second town center in Feudal Age. Although remember, this does pull a bunch of villagers off the production line, does take time and resources. Now, to protect your booming economy, the Cumans, like the Goths, don't have walls, but unlike the Goths, their palisades... Oh, Rhino. Did he attack the villager? Did he get damage? The Rhinos, oh my god, the Rhinos, the Cumans, oh, my brain is all over the place. The Cumans, like the Goths, do only get palisades, but unlike the Goths, their palisades do come with 33% more HP. Now, once you've established your base, built up your infrastructure, get your butt up to castle, and get up a castle, you can begin training your unique unit, the Kipchak, a fast-mounted arch unit that does fire multiple arrows at its opponent, although only the first one does maximum damage. So these are two pretty fun civs in the hands of two pretty fun players, both with very interesting playstyles, very versatile playstyles. Will be interesting to see if Vivi goes super fast Cuman speed, and if he does, if the Viper goes super tanky Byzantine structures. For now, herding zebras, herding ostriches, getting their food count up, both players at 18 villagers apiece, although it is our Cuman who is heading up to Feudal Age first. Let's take a look at the bases while they do so. Our Cuman base a little bit open to the northwest, primary stone off to the side in a T-shape, primary gold and an infinity sign here to the back of the base, which is fantastic, but the entire eastern perimeter of his base completely open. That being said, if you want to talk about open, I'm going to zoom out. Take a look at the Viper's base. Holy moly, the entire southern perimeter, the entire eastern perimeter, with the exception of this one forest, is completely open, and the gold's not even in the back position. It's kind of off, we'll call it back center, a little bit into the back position, but not exactly at the back position. Lastly, before we do lastly, let's take a look at stone, also pretty far off campus here and somewhat in the middle forward position. And as I was saying lastly, let's take a look at where the forests are located. Pretty damn far for the Viper. He's got 3 in the immediate vicinity, and I very much hesitate to use the words immediate vicinity given how far away these forests are. Vivi, At least he has one that looks like it's a little bit closer here to the back. So I don't say this very often, but I would say pretty decent advantage in terms of base spawn here for our Cuman, who is now going after the stone and the wood with a second town center. But take a look, he's pulled 6, now 7 villagers off the production line. So whereas the Viper's got 23 villagers plugging away, gathering food, chopping lumber, building houses, Vivi with 19 villagers, 20, only has 8 right now. Sorry, only has 12. Oh my goodness, my math, I did the math in reverse. Only has 12 actual working villagers. And so our Byzantine right now with double the economy size in terms of productive villagers, although once this town center gets built, that dynamic changes very drastically. So a lot of short-term pain for some potential good middle to long-term gain. Town center goes up finally, and now the villager count a little bit ahead for our Byzantine. But look at this, double villager production for our Cuman. What is inside here for a second? Let's see, have the players discovered their opponent's base? Yes, our Cuman has seen where our Byzantine is, and I think we saw the Byzantine scout running around here. It has seen where the Cuman is, so both players have seen their opponent's base. The Viper does manage, luckily, to get a line of sight on that one relic. Our Cuman just sees the one as well. Okay. So Viper heading up to Feudal. When he hits Feudal, his opponent will have, what, 27 villagers to his 24? We'll see what kind of use Vivi makes with this villager lead for now, though. Pulling 4 from the production line, again pulling villagers, a 5th one, a 6th one. Where the heck are you going? Where the heck are you going? Definitely not hurting anything. Okay, we've got a hammer in our hands. Barracks, proxy barracks. Not something you see outside of StarCraft very often. But there you go, Vivi, wanting to put on some early game aggression. Take a look at the Viper's resources, by the way. The second he hits Feudal, he's already got the food, and in a second we'll have the gold. Does have a stable, does have a market, and so the second this 190 becomes 200, I expect our green Byzantine to click up. Maybe not the second, maybe the second this villager finishes, and I am not disappointed. Has he caught any wind of this? Let's follow along with his scouts, see if he notices. Oh, he's heading in the right direction. Okay, he does notice the barracks. And then he's going to see the villagers moving forward, and he's going to see the foundation of the tower being laid. But no, Byzantine villagers moving forward, and Vivi cancels. Okay, now we've got a bit of a fight here. 5-1 and 5-1-1. That extra 1-1 being for this one spearman who's trying to make his way to that scout, but his own villager blocked his path. Now our Cuman. Spearman galore going up to 3. We'll see what happens when the Viper hits Castle Age. How many villagers has he pulled off the production here? 8 villagers, 7 remain. 1 does go back into the town center, I'm assuming to heal. Not too sure. There's no real threat over there. And take a look, our Cuman continuing villager production, going up to 41 to the 27 of his opponent. He's going to be 14 villagers ahead, 15 villagers ahead now. The question is, what will the Viper do when he hits Castle? Let's take a look at his infrastructure. Doesn't exist, except for the barracks. Do you see anything here? Anything at all? He's got 777 wood. Go buy a lottery ticket, Viper. Archery range as well. The villagers will see it. And now he is in Castle. A second town center for him. Man, he is not respecting this aggression at all. Out of Vivi is the Viper. A second town center in the middle of all of this. You've got Spearman running around, although he knows Spearman, not exactly the game-ending, world-ending damage dealers that Vivi needs as the Cumans. And now take a look at villager lead. 19 villagers ahead is our Cuman, but does lose a spear. These healthier Byzantine spearmen. Remember, these guys are 25% cheaper. So the Viper can't afford. That's why I said this is a civ designed to take a punch to the face, whether through chonky buildings or whether through clogging up the arteries of your opponent's attack path with cheaper trash units. Ain't none finer than the Byzantines for doing that. The question is, though, where do you go from here? A monk? Is he collecting relics or is he trying to convert spearmen? I really hope the former here for the Viper. Tower looks like it might go up. Oh, Vivi walls himself in. Look at Vivi pulling a Viper here. Now the tower is going to go up, but in Dark Age, there is no murder holes. Not that Vivi probably would have gotten it anyway, but tower goes up. How many villagers? 8, 10 villagers for the Viper. And so not only is he down 19 villagers, 10 of them are doing nothing but attacking this tower. So he is actually down 30 productive villagers right now. Another tower being built here in the wood line. Looks like Viper wants to trap Vivi's villagers in here. And looks like he is, did manage to trap the villagers. Not too sure what the game plan is here. Oh, did that one villager kill both? No, it looks like the Viper, Vivi deleted, right? Because there's no kills here. Looks like Vivi deleted those villagers. What the hell happened here? In any event, tower down. Other tower not going up at all. But it is our Cuman who continues to put a little bit of pressure with now a new tower. 4 villagers on stone. 400 stone means that he can continue building towers all the live long day. And now he has 24 villagers ahead. The Viper with 7 idols. He is being attacked, poked, and prodded in all directions. Do you see a third town center for our Byzantine? Do you see a single military building here except for this one barracks that was here from the days gone by? What were you? You are a house that has not been finished, and Vivi continuing to press in. Oh my god. This is the moment. 58 villagers, a wheelbarrow town watch. His vision's going to be better. Not that there's anything really threatening his settlement at the moment. Do you see a single green dot anywhere out on the map? The Viper has been pushed into this little area. That being said, Vivi not exactly putting in that much pressure. Okay, the monks are here to convert villagers, apparently. Shoo them away. But speedy Cuman scout cav. Look at that speed, 1.63. That being said, only 1 scout cav against 3 monks, although 3 total. We'll see where the other 2 are. He must have seen the monks when they shoot away his villagers, right? What is the Viper's game plan here? Is the game plan just survive and defend against this? Because Vivi is doing an amazing... Oh, loses a monk before he can garrison them. Unfortunate here. Okay, does manage to shoo away these 2 villagers. Let's see if he gets the convert. No, the monks break off. Beautiful, beautiful use of monks here, by the way. Oh, but too little, too late. Vivi is just being so ridiculously aggressive. 15 villagers ahead. 10 villagers yet again pulled off the production line. He doesn't care that he's taking damage from the tower to the south with archers in it. He needs to get rid of this tower. Might as well just move forward with those 10 villagers and attack here, no? Spearman gets horse. Horse dies by villager cutlass. This tower's still up-ish. Villagers moving forward. They've got hammers in their hand. We know where they're going. Again, I ask, what the hell is the Viper's gameplay here? Is he, is this some kind of, okay, siege. Yeah, I was going to say, is this some kind of Wheel of Time, Way of the Leaf game plan here, where you're kind of just turning the other cheek and getting slapped and you just kind of take it? Nope, never mind. Game plan was siege all along, it seems like. Although he is down 23 villagers. Scores surprisingly similar and close, less than 10% difference. And the Viper's only military unit at the moment out on the field, except for the monks, is coming under attack by Vivi's entire army here. Although does have to leave with this town center. Scorpion out as well. 3 monks, a spearman, a scorpion, and a ram walk into a bar. And you write the end of that joke. Okay, tower didn't go up. Outpost is, though. So does manage to keep an eye on his opponent. Take a look at Vivi's vision. My goodness, he has the Viper pegged down into a little tiny area. And if the Viper even thinks about moving out, Vivi will know about it before he does. Although the question is, what is our Cuman doing? He is 8 seconds away from hitting castle. And this is now going to get very scary because he is hitting castle 20 villagers ahead of his opponent with a whole bunch of infrastructure here. If you're the Viper and but first of all, has he seen this? Yeah, he has. I forgot they get all the site upgrades. If you see a blacksmith in the forward position, you must be thinking to yourself, okay, my opponent is making himself incredibly comfortable. He does not plan on relenting in this aggression. Otherwise, he would have built the blacksmith in a bit of a safer position. One ram taking on a castle being built by 10 villagers. But now man goes out. Oh, the Viper. Things are going from bad to worse here. He will lose that ram. Oh, sour. Vivi with a monastery, a third town center, and take a look at the production. 3 stables. Has the Viper built a single military production building except for the siege workshop, which is building, by the way, within the radius of the castle? Oh no. Redemption, though, will be able to convert any siege that he sees. Does have these 2 monks left. Viper, very calm. I don't know that I would be this calm. Do you think you would be this calm when your base is literally being pushed into here? You've got 2 town centers. Look, 2 town centers fully up and running. 32 villagers here. 16 over here is not terrible. This one's under attack, but it'll be a while before this goes down. Kipchaks. Man, Vivi is being just so aggressive at the moment. This is like this game style. Well, how do we call this? Do we call this a mixture of a Hwang and a Doubt game style? We've got the Hwang push. Well, the Hwang guy didn't really use towers very often in his push. It's more than just the siege and using those Celtic features to just overwhelm his opponent. But we'll call it a semi-Hwang, semi-Doubt push here with siege and castle. But again, take a look at the HP on this town center. 3120 to the standard 2400. So it's got 700 more HP. 720 if you want to be exact about it. Now the other town center, so 4 has become 3. 3 will soon become 2, but it's going to take a while to kill. Viper making use of those cheaper camels, but only 1. Monks die. Oh my goodness. Kipchaks are just slaughtering monks. Light cav are slaughtering monks. And the Viper's entire monk force disappears right as he finishes monk upgrades. That is very sour, but stabilizing? Question mark? He asks the audience as he's the one casting. Vivi has enough stone for another castle. Oh, and it's going right here to nullify the farms, the market, the monastery, the town center. Oh man, he had an opportunity maybe to build it here. That would have been pretty epic. Has he seen the what's Vivi's vision? Oh, of course he's seen everything. He sees the second monastery up and running now. Army supply 15 to 3, villager lead 99 to 76. The Viper is housed at 80. Perhaps too relaxed of an approach. These camels are fast, but they are not Cuman fast. And a counter castle going up here for our Byzantine. 6240 HP compared to the 4800 of his opponent. So we'll secure this part of the map. But what is the Viper? Is he selling wood for gold? Why does he need gold? Tell me he's not going up to Imperial right now. Oh no! He's going up to Imperial. Remember, it does cost 2/3 the price to go up to Imperial. Is his play Trebs? Is his play really to rely on Trebs with no army to back it up? Because that is 3 minutes away, and Vivi's getting up to Imperial looks like literally 2 seconds ahead of him. The stubborn barracks with 2340 HP refuses to bend the knee. Refuses to go down peacefully. Vivi revealing his entire army as they attack this one barracks. Feudal Age archers, because why the hell not? Kill counts surprisingly identical. Or I shouldn't say surprisingly close. Although Vivi does have more villager kills, but now take a look. The blacksmith, 1, 2, 3, 6 houses and a siege workshop are now threatened, and the Viper's primary gold has been nullified. Secondary gold nice and secure in the back. Another town center going up for him. We've seen the Viper hold. We've seen the Viper pull a Mr. Yo where he gets attacked constantly. Looks like he's on the brink. Oh god. Looks like he's on the brink of losing, and then manages to pull a W, but not when he keeps losing monk after monk after monk. Kipchaks are just going to keep running around. House. Camel gets converted. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, the Viper here. Villagers, where are you going? 420 stone. Let's see what happens when Vivi hits Imperial. How will the Viper react? As he hits it literally 2 in-game seconds later. He reacts by GGing, of course. I think his entire game plan here was to get Trebs. But seeing his opponent hit Imperial first, literally seconds ahead of him, decides, you know what, never mind. Camel out here says, you know, F that. I am deserting, and I'm starting a new life here with my lover. And so this wild camel, this domesticated camel, this camel rider is going to ditch, what is the Bible quote, swords into plows or something like that. He's going to ditch his sword, his shield, his cape, and he's going to start breeding camels here in the desert. Wants no part of the action of the death and destruction. And wow, Vivi putting on a clinic of aggression with the Cumans. Lightning fast civilization really showed us how to use that feudal age aggression. I mean, we saw recently a feudal age Cuman being under attack from a what was it, knights, and no, I think it was camels, Gurjara camels, and defending it with spear. In this case, Vivi says, you know what, I don't like the idea of having to be on the defense, so I'm just going to go on the offense. And I'm going to go ahead and be 20 villagers ahead of my opponent, and I'm going to force him to pull 10 villagers off of every mineral patch he has to defend against whatever I throw at him. And the Viper says, okay, let's see how well I can defend. And he does defend well for a long, long time. But ultimately, with Vivi hitting Imperial first and being able, look at that, Treb packed 5.79%. APR financing 7.84%. The Viper says, you know what, I'm not even going to bother. Actually, right before he resigned, was he training a Treb? He was not. Right before he resigned. So he just said, you know what? Oh, he doesn't have the wood for it. Whoops. And so the entire game plan here to build the Treb nullified by the fact that Vivi hit Imperial first. 11 Spearmen to 25 Kipchaks. We know who wins that battle. Early game, incredibly early game APM here for Vivi. Economy must be so much better for a Cuman. Oh, look at that. Even with 2 relics playing no role. What is this? This is 1,300 wood. More than double, no, just about double the food, 1,000 more gold, and an extra castle's worth of stone. Actually, how many converts did? Okay, Viper got 5 converts, did lose that 1 camel later on in the game. But wow, Vivi, unrelenting. The Viper doing whatever he could. He couldn't expand left because there's all these forests which blocked his way. The only way he could expand, I mean, he couldn't expand east because there were structures here and an outpost, so Vivi would have seen it. So he expanded in the only direction he could, which is northeast, and he did it quite well. I mean, the 2 extra town centers, the forest here completely depleted, moved on to another rich source of wood, lots and lots of farms, hit Imperial while under attack, insane amounts of aggression, but ultimately just hits Imperial literally seconds after his opponent realizes, hey, wait a second, I've got 3 army supply, and 2 of that is Feudal Age archers with 0 kills, and only a +1 attack upgrade. You are pumping out Cuman lightning fast cavalry units like the Kipchak. Well, the majority of them are now here. And there's just nothing I can do. I don't even have enough wood for a Treb. And now that I see you've got 2 castles up, because remember, the Viper, that's the Byzantines, sees a lot. Think Ethiopian outpost. Sees that his Byzantine opponent hit Imperial first, probably with a much better economy, given the score is nearly double, and decides, you know what, I don't think I can even compete here. He's gonna have 2 Trebs out before I can even start producing my 1 Treb. And so the Viper, despite the fact that he's got a good amount of villagers on stone, holy moly, this is a lot of villagers on stone here, and just needs a little bit more. Probably could have taken these villagers to drop off whatever they're holding and gotten enough stone here for another castle, but what do you do with another castle? What's the point if your opponent's getting Trebs out already and has a massive army, which, by the way, you've seen. The Viper saw. If he didn't know that this army existed, maybe I would say, stick in the game. You don't know what your opponent has, but he's seen the Kipchaks. He's seen the monks. He's seen that he lost the camel here, so there's not much he can do. And he can predict that Trebs are coming out. So the Viper decides, you know what, I'm going to live to fight another day. I'm going to tap out. Vivi gets the W with the, I don't know how else to call it, but Blitzkrieg. A lightning attack here by our Cuman 35 minutes into the game. Takes the W, but GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.